We're showing you video at the bottom right of your screen of the historic demolition of the White House East Wing, the entire thing. This was from earlier today. It's happening with the federal government shut down, about to enter day number 23 with no end in sight. Thousands of federal employees will not receive their regular paychecks on Friday. On Capitol Hill, both sides holding on to their positions. Republicans demanding a yes vote to reopen the government and say discussions on health care subsidies can then get underway. Democrats still say no. They first want a plan in place to extend those subsidies. Tonight, President Trump says a deal can happen.
We have a great support on the Republican side. So I think we need 5 Democrats, and there are a lot of them that want to make a deal. So I think at some point, common sense will prevail.
A lot to talk about tonight with Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders. His new book is Fight Oligarchy. Senator Sanders, appreciate you being with us. We are going to show images on the screen of the East Wing being ripped apart from earlier today, torn down. What do you think when you see that?
Well, I think, the White House is an historic building. It goes way, way back, and, I'm not impressed by the destruction of a significant part of it, to be honest with you.
You've railed against American oligarchs. Your new book is Fight the Oligarchy. This is for a ballroom being built so the President of the United States can, entertain world leaders and it's being built, I guess, with
fellow oligarchs. Look, and what our book was about, Anderson, is a very simple one, and it's a reality that I hope the American people are prepared to deal with, because it's not easy. It's easy to call Russia an oligarchy. Putin's one of the richest guys in the world, and his friends, billionaires, run Russia. But guess what's happening in America? Today in our country, and this is what the book is about, we have more income and wealth inequality than we've ever had. You got one guy, Mr. Musk, owning more wealth than the bottom 52% of American households. You got more concentration of ownership than we've ever had in the history of this country. You have billionaires controlling our corrupt political system. Billionaires putting huge amounts of money into both political parties. Mr. Musk contributing $270 million to help elect Trump as president. You have more and more billionaire control over the media, mainstream media, as I am sure you are well aware, Anderson. Mr. Ellison, who now owns Paramount and CBS, is in line to maybe buy CNN, and we'll see, one of Trump's allies now owns more and more of the media. And then in the midst of all that, you have 60% of our people living paycheck to paycheck. The billionaires get richer. Working class people are struggling to put food on the table, to pay for health care, pay for education. That's what oligarchy is about. It's when a handful of incredibly wealthy people control the economy, control the media, control the politics of a country. And sad to say, that is where we are heading. And that is why we have got to fight back, and why I was so excited on Saturday to see some 7 million people come out in the streets and say, Mr. President, we don't want an authoritarian society. We don't want to live in an oligarchy. We want a democracy. We want a government that works for all of us, not just a few.
When you say fight the oligarchy, what specifically, obviously the protest is part of it, what specifically do you want to see?
Good.
Yeah, and also when you see also, what we have seen in Portland and Chicago, we saw there was some incident in New York, just I think it was yesterday or today. Do you see that as part of it? I mean, the huge increase in ICE and border
Absolutely.
patrol.
Look, it's not just that Trump is suing the media, suing law firms, going after universities, and now beginning the process of trying to put in jail his political opponents. The Attorney General of the state of New York, the former head of the FBI, threatening to indict a member of the United States Senate, a colleague of mine. And then what you're seeing is masked men, ICE agents, running around the country, throwing people without any due process into vans, taking them to God knows where, in some cases, believe it or not, to South Sudan. When you see U.S. troops in cities like Portland or Chicago, this is what authoritarianism is about. It's more and more power going into the hands of one man. And I will tell you something that, throughout the history of this country, from the extraordinarily courageous people back in the 1770s who had the guts to put their lives on the line and died by the thousands, taking on the authoritarianism of the King of England, and then writing a constitution calling for separation of powers. And so many millions of American men and women fighting to defend democracy, the right of us to disagree with each other, and not throw political opponents in jail, not become a two-bit dictatorship. So that is where we are right now. And we need a political movement in this country to start taking on the oligarchy, to start electing candidates who are not worried about their campaign contributions from the billionaires, but are prepared to create an economy that works well. You ask me specifically what we do. Well, right now, our healthcare system, totally broken. Everybody understands that. We need to do what every other major country on earth does, guarantee healthcare to all people as a human right. Our housing system, broken all over the country. Go to any place, go to Vermont, go to New York City, go to any place, California. People cannot afford housing. Our kids may never be able to purchase their own home in the richest country in the history of the world. Our kids may well have a lower standard of living than their parents, while Mr. Musk and his billionaire friends get richer. So what do? We build 4 or 5 million units of low-income and affordable housing. We have the best educational system in the world in the richest country, not a broken child care system. We got workers out there making 14, 15 bucks an hour. People can't afford it. Our kids should not be 37th in the world in terms of reading and science and math. We should be the first in the world. College education should be free. Vocational schools should be free. And you know what? Maybe billionaires like Mr. Musk, who's worth $400 billion, maybe, just maybe, they should not be allowed to have that much money. We should have a tax system which says that Mr. Musk and his friends actually should pay more. Right now, they're paying less than truck drivers and nurses in terms of effective tax rates. So maybe we have a progressive tax system which says the profitable corporations, the wealthy, they should start paying their fair share of taxes.
Senator Bernie Sanders, it's always good to have you. The new book,
Thank you.
Fight Oligarchy, is out now. Thank you.